Welcome back, subbies, or welcome to our channel. If you're new, I am Sherry, and welcome to Talk on This. Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. Guys, today I want to talk on the topic of choices. Now, this should be easy, right? Life and death. It should be easiest to choose. It should be easy to choose life, but apparently it's not for a lot of people. Deuteronomy 30 verse 19 says, "This day I call heaven and earth as witnesses against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live, and that you may love the Lord your God. Listen to his voice and hold fast to him." Now, Moses said this to the Israelites, and he's talking about spiritual life and spiritual death. Choosing the Lord is spiritual life. When you make the Lord your first choice, everything else will be added to you. A lot of people worry about a lot of things. They worry about the choices to make, if they're making the right choices. They worry about life in general. When this is not needed. Christ does not want us to worry. He wants us to come to him, and he will take that burden. Matthew 6:33-34 says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Now, Christ taught this, and he taught this on the Sermon on the Mount, and he wants us to know that first we have to seek and choose Christ as our Savior. That's the number one choice before any decisions are made. Choose him, and then everything else will be added to you. Decisions will come easier. A lot of people make choices and are anxious and worried, but with Christ you are confident and you feel secure to wait on him, that he will give you the insight of what choice is right. And usually your first instinct is your right choice. Usually the first instinct as you wait on Christ is your right choice. Normally when you ponder and you're anxious, Satan comes in and he gives you all these different options that are not right, that are worldly. So you have to wait on Christ. Isaiah 30:18 says, "Therefore the Lord he waits to be gracious to you, and therefore he exalts himself to show mercy to you, for the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are those who wait for him." Take time, come to him in prayer and wait on him. It is so important to wait on the Lord and not be anxious and worried about a choice that you have to make. This is when worldly things come up. This is when a worldly decision is made, when you are worried and anxious. Psalms 37:7 says, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes." And people will conspire to do evil against you, and people do have evil motives that sometimes we need the guidance of the Lord to see. We need spiritual insight into the evil schemes that people set up against us. And only in prayer will we get this insight. We have to bring our problems to Christ, number one. First of all, we have to choose the kingdom, choose to have Christ as our Savior, accept what he has done, number one. Number two, come to him in prayer when you have a problem. Normally you would normally you wait on the Lord. You would fast. For some people, they fast and wait, fast and pray and wait. But you have to not be anxious. Just wait, and he will illuminate your path. He will bring the right decisions to your consciousness and to your awareness. But you have to give him that burden. He does not want you to worry. In Matthew 11:28, he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Come to him in prayer first before you make any decisions. You have to seek the counsel of the Lord in times of trouble, and he will illuminate your path. I cannot stress how important it is that God does not want us to worry, and yet people worry and they make themselves sick. They worry, and some people die from worry. They get confused. John 14:1, Jesus taught his disciples, he said, don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God and trust in me. He wants us to know that we can trust him. We can trust him to take care of our problems, but we have to come to him. He wants us to depend on him. He wants us to put our trust in him. He wants us to sit at his feet and give everything to him and get counseling and advice and listen to him. This is what he wants. He wants you to not be distracted with the ways of the world. Remember Mary and Martha, when Mary sat at the feet of Christ and Martha came to him and said, Lord, tell Mary to help me. You know, she wanted to get help from Mary, but Mary was at Christ's feet. And in Luke 10:41, Christ said, Martha, Martha, the Lord said, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her. Guys, remember, choose Christ first. Come to him with your problems, and he will illuminate your path, and your choices will be easy. Until the next video, guys.